everybody, it's Eden. Welcome to the vlog. I hope you're doing very well today. So here's an interesting fact. Research tells us that in the morning, dopamine gets released in large amounts. If we don't use it effectively, we might end up feeling sluggish, kind of crashing in energy and struggling to get things done. One of the best tricks to avoid this is to start the day with something that takes a little bit of effort. It could be something simple like washing your face, brushing your teeth, or making the bed. For me, I like to start with some reading, followed by stretching, and that's pretty much how I start my day most days. Good morning everybody, happy Monday, though you're probably going to see this video on Wednesday, so happy Wednesday everybody. So I thought while I'm drinking my coffee to share some updates with you. So first things first, we bought a house and I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to show it to you. We're probably moving in during the first week of October, which is so soon. Another cool update is that I registered for a singing class and, get this, a heels dancing course. And I'm loving these classes so much. Both of them are happening on Mondays. So I've been loving Mondays ever since. They've definitely added more joy into my life. Unfortunately, I'm not going to the singing class today because my throat is so sore. The change of season always makes my immune system deteriorate a bit, so I can barely speak, not along sing. So I rescheduled that one, but I will be going to the dancing class later on today and I'm so excited about this. What else? If you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been to Israel. I went there for a short visit and it was exactly what I needed to recharge. In one of my previous videos I talked about feeling like an imposter, so during my visit in Israel I bought a book that is called Tiny Traumas, and there is a whole chapter on imposter syndrome. Maybe I'll do a video about it and share the strategies that they offer and what worked for me. But I feel like being at home together with reading this chapter really helped me work through that feeling, at least for now. So yeah, that's about it. I have a lot to get done today and I'm taking you with me, and I hope it will be a productive day eventually. Also, I hope that you'll get some kind of inspiration to be productive as well, if that's what you need. And yeah, so let's do it. Procrastination, stress, overwhelmed. Yeah, we all deal with them, right? But with ADHD, they can feel even more intense. Because I was diagnosed late, I think it was about 2 years ago, I'm still learning about how my brain works and how to work with it and not against it. Before I was diagnosed, I thought that ADHD only means being hyper or struggling to focus. And when I have conversations about it with other people, I see that most of them think the same. But ADHD is so much more than that. In short, it affects everything. Research even shows that ADHD often comes with other conditions like OCD, anxiety, and depression. It makes it harder to process and regulate emotions, which can lead to burnout and meltdowns. It also affects stress management and decision making and can lead to overcompensating. So for example, I'll arrive at least 45 minutes early for something because I'm so afraid of being late. Or if I have something that is scheduled, let's say for 2 p.m, I probably won't be able to focus on anything until it's over. So today I'll show you what works for me when it comes to staying on track with my tasks. Now, some days are definitely better than others, but hopefully you'll pick up something here that will help you feel less stressed or overwhelmed. With ADHD, hyperactivity is not just physical. It can show up as racing thoughts or a brain that won't shut down, which can be really exhausting. It can show up as talking a lot, talking fast, oversharing, and then consequently feeling drained and embarrassed afterward. So what helps me manage this is journaling first thing in the morning. It helps slow down my thoughts, gain perspective, clear my mind, and it just gives me a fresh start. Then it's time for planning. I talked about it a few times already on my channel, but I just can't stress this enough. It works like a sort of magic. If I write something down and plan it, it somehow happens. There are many reasons why it works, and I'm sure you can think of a few yourself, but it's not about making it work. For me, basically, my main goal here is to organize my thoughts, prioritize my tasks, and simplify the process. And then when all of that is neatly written down into an action plan, I'm more likely to do it, and it doesn't seem daunting or anything. I'm also trying to make it as fun as possible process for me, so I'm listening to fun music, I use highlights, I decorate, whatever makes it feel more like a game rather than a planning session. And the most important part of this planning session is to set timers, because setting timers takes the pressure off and frees up some mental space, and I don't need to remember what's next or the timelines. It also reminds me of things that help me become even more efficient, like taking breaks, hydrate, and things like that. And to top it all off, it makes it feel even more like a game, and it's amazing how many things I can accomplish if I set timers. Sometimes another thing that makes working on a task more fun for me is to change my scenery, and it can really make all the difference. So I go to a cozy cafe, to a library, outside in the park, or even just to move to a different room. I notice that if I pair my task with a nice setting, it makes it feel less like work and more like an experience. And also sometimes it's not about making it more fun, but it's actually what I need to do to reduce friction. So if I'm distracted at home, I try working at a library or a cafe like I said, or I try to organize my space a bit and to make it more a clutter-free workspace. So for lunch, I'm having this plant-based chicken with some salad, and I'm going to reply to messages while I eat. It's really good. There's a concept called choice architecture, and it's used in behavioral economics, and it's all about designing environments that make it easier to make good choices. So one of the most important things to do is to analyze what's not working, what's holding you back. I noticed that whenever my house is messy, I procrastinate a lot with my tasks. So I made an experiment one week and said to myself that I'm going to make sure the house is spotless, just the way I like it, for the entire week, and see what happens and how it impacts me. And I think it was one of the most productive weeks I've had this year. Now, of course, it's hard to maintain it the way I want all the time, but I identified it as a major friction for me, so I'm trying to reduce it as much as I can and never leave a room without organizing it. After wrapping up work, I headed to my dance class, which is always a fun way to end the day. I'd love to know, what are your favorite ways to stay focused and productive? I hope you can share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Have an awesome, productive day. Bye!